Hi, this is TheHavasuHiker. Welcome to the channel.
Hi, TheHavasuHiker here, and I'd like to talk to you today about some modifications I made to a survival kit I bought off of Amazon.
I purchased this kit for under $30 originally on Amazon. It was labeled a 70-piece survival kit and originally came with a 2-liter water bladder and also included a cheap folding knife, which I've since replaced with a better quality field knife, as you can see. The pouch itself is a good quality add-on pouch, secured with 2 zippers, Velcro, and a sturdy clip. Now let's take a look at the contents. First, it comes with a mini e-tool, which is of pretty good quality. Next, I've added a buff and a handkerchief, which come in handy for desert survival as a head covering and a face covering, water filtration, anything you need in a survival situation. You can use them as a band-aid, and they both come in a chic camo motif. Feel free to tailor the kit to your liking. Have some fun with it. The next item is an original IFAK. I've added a survival bracelet, a tactical survival pen with glass breaker, a Sharpie, a half a candle, which is always good for warming up a tent or a shelter, keeping a fire lit. You can do all kinds of things with melted wax. I've also added this Ranger pace counter for land nav. And here I have 1, 2, 3 aluminum sticks. And here's my add-on fire kit. It includes a fire tab, which can be quartered for fire starting, my aluminum foil with tinder, okay, a P51 can opener, the original fishing kit, which you can hardly see here, and some mini chem lights for fishing lures. Here's the original ferro rod and striker, and it comes with a black coating on the ferro rod, and you need to soften it up the first time by scraping off the black coating to get a spark. So don't be disheartened if you can't get a spark right away. You just got to get that black stuff right off. And the next thing I've included is a Swiss Army knife in lieu of a multi-tool. I think this is the original multi-tool. And I'll also have an inexpensive box cutter and an original fire bellows. I believe this came with the kit. This is great for fire starting so you don't get your face smoky. I've also added my Easy Lap diamond sharpening stone. It's one of the best on the market. I've had this one for years. It still works great. It should work great in this kit. And for cordage, I also have some 550 cord, 7 strand. I've got this plastic bag for water gathering. Originally this came with a 2-liter bladder, but I use it on my backpack now. This next item is really cool. These are some stainless steel, I think they are, survival cards, which have everything, including fish hooks, spear points, knives, needles, saws, snare keepers. They're great for survival. They're thin, they're made of metal. It's a great resource for survival. The best thing is you can have a lot of them in this little pouch. Now here's something else I like to keep around for fire starting. It's a Fresnel lens. And this is great because it has 3 uses. It's a magnifier, a fire starter, and a ruler. And you can see it's got the little mark ticks on it, so I think 6 inches. Here's some Marine Corps boot bands, which you never know what uses you're going to find for that. Next, let's look at my first aid kit, or IFAK kit. This is the original, but I've added some things to it, like these electrolytes. And these are essential because you cannot replenish enough water. Some lady just died in Texas or Florida, I'm not sure, when she was on vacation with her family just drinking water. You need these salts and sugars that you sweat out. Water will just not cut it. Here's some gauze pads that came with the original first aid kit. And here's some medical tape. And these are the worst tweezers ever, but I kept them with it because you never know, I can melt the plastic. Here's a Mylar space blanket, which could be used as a shelter or to keep you warm or to keep the rain off. Here's a medical first aid instructions. And of course another Fresnel lens. I believe in doubling up on stuff. And this little blue thing is a rubber tourniquet, which came with the original kit, and I just kept it with it because you never know. And these are some alcohol rubbing pads to sterilize stuff. These are some earplugs I put with the kit. Here's some actual boo-boo band-aids. This is a triangular bandage in case you break your arm and you need to put it in a sling. This is some gauze bandage wraps. Here's some iodine swabs, which are great. I could also add some iodine tabs and put them in here. Maybe some aspirin, some other pills. Stuff for sick stomach. Here's a survival card and a signal mirror, which is essential for getting rescued, especially in the desert. And last, we have some wet wipes and some safety pins. Here's a cool little Swiss Army survival card with a screwdriver set, Phillips and flathead. How about that? A magnifier, scissors, which needs to be sharpened with my sharpening stone. A small little blade, again needs to be sharpened, but still handy. A nice little red light. A toothpick, tweezers, a better one that came with the first aid kit, and a pen, which can act as a backup for my tactical pen right here. This tactical pen can also be used as a glass breaker and a weapon. The original kit came with a cheap folding knife, which I since discarded, and I've added my own Swiss Army knife. It's a Swiss Army hiking knife. Comes with two blades, a long one, a short one, flathead screwdriver, wire cutters, strippers actually, bottle opener. It has a can opener, which I think is essential in an emergency situation. If you look, I've also doubled up. Here's my P51. These can openers work great. If you need a can of peaches or to open some chili, you'd be stunned at how versatile it is. I have also a Phillips head and an awl, which you can use for everything. Got a better pair of tweezers than the medical kit. And a toothpick, which you could change out for fire starters. You could get them online or on Amazon. This next piece of gear is an e-tool, a little mini e-tool. And I was surprised at how well constructed it was. And it's 3-in-1. It's a 4-in-1 actually. It's a multi-tool. It's a shovel. It's a pick. It's a pickaxe. It's a saw blade, and it's got a sharpened edge. It's also got a, believe it or not, a bottle opener on it. And so it's a great multifunctional piece of gear. And I'm surprised at how sturdy it is. You can dig in with this thing. I wouldn't recommend it, but if you had to, you really could. You could use it as a weapon. Protect against predators. The next thing I've added is a button compass. These things are small, but they work. So let's look at my blade options. I have a Swiss Army knife. I have this razor box cutter, which I can use for medical emergencies. Got razor blades on it, break off razor blades. I've added this Camillus knife to the outside, which can be put on my belt or my pack. It's a great lightweight little knife. It's a full tang knife. It's very strong and sturdy. It's got a plastic handle. It's got a nice little weight on it. If I had to use this in an emergency situation, I could. I've secured it with these molly straps, which I bought separately, and it works out pretty good. And on my survival cards, I have several blades. I have this knife blade. I have arrowheads. I have another knife blade. And a third knife blade. So I have all these redundant systems. And here you see everything I showed you fits neatly in this little strip away pack. I've mixed and matched it. I've added a bunch of stuff and I've lost a bunch of stuff, which I won't even get into because it's not even worth mentioning. This pack is small, it's compact, it could fit in your car, it could fit on a pack. You can hand carry it. You could put on your belt loop with the belt loop straps. It's really versatile, and in a pinch, if you needed it, you could use it as a great survival pack. Last you a couple days. You could gather food with it. Usually I'd have a slingshot in here or a sling, but I don't have one here because I'm using it in my other survival kit. So that's pretty compact. There's your belt straps or your molly straps. Got a carrying handle. See, there's my other survival kit. It's larger, but this one will work just as well. It's got a Velcro patch, and it's great. Hoorah! This is my modification.
Thanks for watching my video. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And also, give me your comments.